Welcome back into the podcast. Today we have a special guest with us. We have Rosser.
Hello there. It is I.
It is Rosser. He is known for a few things around here. Why don't you tell him a little bit about yourself? So anyone who doesn't know you can get to know you.
Uh, I mean, I'm mainly known as like the menace in the server because I normally just try and cause like annoyances and ruckus like in every conversation I'm in. And some people like it, some people don't, and I have strong opinions about certain things.
So I figured I would tell you guys a little bit about Rosser too, as with this community, he is a bigger part of it as he is actually, I will quote him as the father of the Discord and our draft league, as both of them were his idea to do.
Problem one.
Yeah, both of them were yours.
No, I'm talking about you said the Discord and the draft league,
Yeah.
so then I said and Cobblemon.
Oh, I they said and Pokemon.
No. I said Cobblemon.
Yeah, no, I got call him on the talk into in a little bit, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I figured we could start off with how you found my account and why you like decided to join this community.
I mean, Jesus. Let me try and find like the first conversation that happened. I thought Instagram was gonna be very loud then. Uh, it was like this time last year ish.
We are
I was like
about to hit
doom
a year.
scrolling. Yeah. So this time last year, I was like doom scrolling, and then it randomly popped up one of the first battles. I can't remember which one, but it was like pre like triple digit battle. Uh, and yeah, like I was like in the comments all the time, and then you DM'd me saying making a prediction bracket because I wanted our Charlie Don to win, and I think in that one bracket, I think I got like very close to getting it like dead on.
I remember that now. Okay, yeah, that was you. Caldon didn't win though.
Close up. I just remember he was like I was the closest to it, so I got to choose like Lunala, and God knows what the fuck that Moonbat's doing now.
It actually is in the final bracket. It won its own match.
Yo, it's my
So
baby.
yeah, so your Mon is in the final bracket waiting for its chance to shine again.
Actually, peak. I fucking love Lunala.
Yeah, I forgot that was you. It's
It's because Gengar was already taken. So it's like, ah, fuck it, just give me Lunala. It's my second favorite, so
I think
it
it's
seems
really
to be
neat.
working though.
I think it's really neat looking back through the old comments and seeing all of you guys popping up when I forgot you guys were around that long ago.
Yeah, it is a bit mad because it's almost literally coming up to a year now.
Yeah, on Saturday will be 1 year of me posting this roster. So this will be out probably a few weeks after we hit the 1 year. So happy 1 year, everybody listening to this. We are still chugging
It needs
along.
to be faster. Go abuse him more, abuse the. I would say pay him less, but you don't pay
I
me.
know you can't pay less, so good luck out there. So I figured the first like actual thing we would talk into is you like competitive Pokemon.
Yeah, I like. I mean, I do. I was it this newest restriction, no restricted set. I don't play it too much. Uh, Mainly because the power level is just through the roof, especially with Miraidon and Koraidon. But when the power level's lower, that's when I really do sink my teeth into it because I find it really fun finding like new gimmicky comps that you can run that don't feel too oppressive and also just are fun.
Do you mostly play through Showdown or do you play on console?
Um, I mean, whenever I want to like theory craft, it normally starts in Showdown and then it moves to the actual game when I find something that I'm like happy with. So like I'll spend like a while like building on Showdown, trying certain EV threads, items, and all that, and then I'll go into the actual game and if I can shiny hunt it, I'll shiny hunt them on because I'm just picky, and then I will. I mean, then just like build the team as I want it because uh, Scarlet Violet's so easy to team build in.
Do you have any accomplishments in Scarlet and Violet playing online or anything?
Not like any big ones. I mean, usually just reaching master. Like whenever, like I've reached master whenever I pretty much played. I think the only time I haven't is when I didn't actually play it. So like it's pretty good, but it's pretty easy to get master if you just get lucky on the ladder.
Can you explain how to get the master for people who haven't played ladder on Scarlet and Violet?
It's just like a ranked system, but instead of having like a point like base, it is kind of point based ish, but like you just the more you win, obviously you get win streaks and all that, but um, it's like very situational because you could come against opponents that you just beat and opponents that are just running weird stuff that your team is very good into, or you could just be stomped on the ladder completely with stuff that you have no like way of winning into. So it does feel like it's like a heavy dice roll a lot of the time.
So are you not a fan of the way Scarlet and Violet does it? Their ladder?
It's not even that. It's just ranked game. Like most ranked games in a nutshell are just like a coin flip at the end of the day, where sometimes you'll get lucky and other times you won't. But there's nothing you can really control about that. So it's just the joys of playing competitive games.
Do you enjoy actually building your teams more or the theory crafting part? I know
Uh,
you do a lot of both.
I mean, it's like it depends on the scenario. I think like obviously when I'm playing like for example like Radical Red, is one of the ones I constantly go back to. It's like you have to do a lot of like theory crafting in that, like constantly thinking, oh, like, oh, how am I gonna win this fight against like this trainer to get an optimal item that will help me in the end game, or like this trainer, for example, like, is this like an end game Pokemon, or is this just like an early game sack I can like use to get a better pivot? Um, but then like in VGC, it's a lot more like you have to lock in on like six. So you're like you can guarantee 6 mons. It's like these have no bad matchup, and I can like win like every single like time. Like pretty much just bank Incineroar on Rillaboom every single game if you're not running Miraidon.
Is there a team that you have built that you're like proud of that you would want to share?
I don't think I have the exact team on me. If I can find it, oh yeah, no, I found it. I called it just Meta Policy. It was from Regulation H, uh, where in Regulation H it was no legendaries from base Scarlet Violet, the DLC, so it was just literally normal Pokemon. Where the whole gimmick of the team was you use it was going back to like a Generation 5 meta where you would use bulldoze on your Salamence next to your weakness policy Metagross to proc its weakness policy and make the opponent slower. So the Metagross could just start like wailing on the opponents. Uh and so it was those two. Obviously Salamence and Metagross are just powerhouses as well, so they kind of just break for everything. Um, you also have Tyranitar because when the power level's a lot lower, Tyranitar's power just shoots through the roof. I mean, it's a pseudo legendary. It gets an extra 50% defense in the sand. Give that AV, it's not dying. It's sitting on the field for the entire game. Um, I brought Annihilate because it's just like again another meta controlling Pokemon where you can just go like, that's it. I'm killing you and myself with the final gambit. Funny gimmick, or I give it coaching, so they're going to buff Metagross or Tyranitar even more, just because then if you do coaching spam with Tyranitar, it's just going to start like killing everything. It's even good in Trek Room teams like with Tyranitar Metagross is because it's so slow already. Um, Volcarona is like the supporter, but it can also do like big damage with um it has like rage powder to obviously like control like so it's like, oh, something's going to target into, like, for example, my Metagross. Let me just use Rage Powder to make it look at the Volcarona. Um, but also it's like Fiery Dance, so it can like start slowly beginning to set up and sweep if it's left like uncontested, which was like a really good like anchor into the team. And then the last one being the Sylveon, and it's because there were so many dragons. For example, I ran 3 pseudos. Uh, Sylveon with Terra Fire, Hyper Voice, Terra Blast kind of just wins so many scenarios because it would just like not seem threatening and then just kill, and also quick attack on it because it's very funny.
Is there a reason half of the team is Terra Fire? Is there a certain reason for that?
Um, so yeah, like for example, uh, like I give Terra Fire to Salamence because it's weak. It's 4 times weak to ice. So giving it Terra Fire makes it so you can actually live like an ice shard or like any ice type attack. Annihilate is because if I did want to make it like the attacking form, then it doesn't care for Will-O-Wisps or again fire is resistant to fairy, so it's also uh like I'm pretty sure all the terrors on this team are defensive apart from Sylveon, who has an offensive one because you was it when you so Sylveon has Pixelate, so all of its normal type attacks become fairy and get a boost. So Terra Blast on its own is just a fairy type attack, but when you Terra Fire with the Hyper Voice +1, that's a +1 that Terra Fire stab boosted fire type Terra Blast. So you got like the fairy stab and the fire stab, which is like very intimidating, and not a lot of mons can resist both two types.
How much success did you end up having with this team if you used it?
I got to like on in the season, I think it was like to top 600 on the ladder, but maybe top 100. But like I kind of just like stopped because after using the team for like days on end, it was just like slowly burning me out.
And then last question I have about this, is there any, like, really hard teams you broke through with this using your strategy or anything like that?
Um, I mean the biggest one really was like I guess the biggest issue was like Archaludon because it was just a threat during Regulation H. Um, it's why my Tyranitar team, it's why Tyranitar the team slowly started using low kick, is because low kick T-Tar, I'm pretty sure did like 75% to like most Archaludons, and that puts it in range to just for then any other mod on my team to just kill it because people like I think T-Tar lived a +1 body press without terror. So you could like use low kick, make it use make it get hit by +1 in stamina, and then like either die or like finish it off, or let Sylveon or Volcarona or Salamence finish it off.
How long did you end up using that team for before you got bored of it?
Um, 2, 3-ish weeks. I didn't bring it to any regionals because there's no regionals like near me, and usually I was working, so I couldn't even go to any of them. But like playing it just on the ladder with a close team sheet, it was, and it was doing very well on the ladder.
Speaking of regionals and stuff, I know you spoke to me about how you're not a fan of going to them. Not really that, just the fact that you have none around you from where you're located and how far, like, London is from you. Do you have
Mm.
plans of going to any in the future, or are you fine just, like, playing online?
Um, I am potentially going to next year's European International. Unsure if I'm just gonna watch or actually compete this year. It depends on like so obviously Pokemon Champions is coming out, don't know when. So we might shift back to like a weaker meta game, which I'll be more of a fan of. So I might actually compete then. But it depends on like because it's double restricted format, I feel like is way too like if you aren't running like a Calyrex, like a Paradox, like legendary, like either Koraidon or Miraidon, then you're kind of just losing. So it's very like restrictive on like what you can actually do, like get success with.
Yeah. I will say, I'm not a big competitive person, but from watching Worlds, I got sick of seeing Calyrex, and I've never even watched Worlds before this year, so I can only imagine how
Yeah,
you guys feel about it.
yeah, no one really likes it. And they're kind of hoping it gets nerfed coming into the next game.
Yeah. So, oh, one more question on that. What does it take to make it to the European international thing? Do you have to like be so good, or does it just anybody can apply?
Um, no, with the European International, you can kind of just sign up for it. The only time you have to like be good to like be invited is for Worlds, but anything, or like maybe the special like event they had. But other than that, it's just you can just go there, pay the players fee, and then you can just compete in the tournament.
How many people typically sign up for the European thing?
I mean the EUIC this year was the largest Pokemon event of all time. Let me check. It was like it was a lot. Obviously, Wolf, you won it. It was 3,000 players. In the Masters division. No, wait,
How
that's
do
in the
you?
TCG. Never mind. Wait, it was
Oh,
1,000 in the 1,200 in the Masters division for VG.
How do you narrow that down? Do you have to do more rounds of Swiss or
Um, no, it's not even that. It's just uh like they used like a weird thing called like resistance, where it was I don't know how it was based off, but it was a really weird format. So like it'd be like a set amount of games for Swiss, and then after the set amount of games, you would just if you had like I think it was 8-2, like 8 wins, 2 losses, then you probably were in day two. Like anything like if you had 3 losses, then you weren't like in. So it was like a pretty like set like mode.
or so it was something different that you haven't seen before, or
No, no, no. That's how they normally go into tournaments.
oh, okay. How many go to day 2 from that? Is that like a hard set number?
Yeah, it's like 64, 128 players. It's like a very small like amount. It might even be even lower. It might be like 32.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was curious how that works. I figured you could just go to any regional, but I didn't know if they like eventually capped it off if they had too many people. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk to you about, you kind of touched on this slightly, is ROM hacking. I know you're a big fan of Radical Red and some other type of things.
Yeah. Uh, do you just want me to like explain like some of my favorite ROM hacks or like why
Yeah,
people like
I'd go through some of your favorite ones first, and then we can talk about any like really difficult ones that you have played through.
so there's obviously Rad Red, which is like the big one that everyone plays because it's Kanto, but with every single mon from Gens one through 9. Uh you then got other ones I played through like Emerald Rogue, which turns Pokemon into like a roguelike game, which is a really weird twist, but it somehow works really well. Uh which again is Gens 1 to 9. Then you've also got the one what was his name? Alpha Red made, Super Mario Mon, which somehow got a whole meta game on a Pokeathlon about it, which is very fun to watch. I'm trying to think any other ones. I think I've played some harder ROM hacks of like some Gen 6 games maybe, just because Gen 6 is too easy, so there's people making them harder. Um, and it's mainly just Gen 3 ROM hacks I like stick to because they're very easy to like modify and people make a lot of them.
I didn't know they really did Gen 6 ones. Is there any like big names for them?
Um, I don't think they do like in comparison to the GBA games, they're not like on like the grand scheme like majorly like massive. Most of the time it is just uh like there's new like versions of the Pokemon where they make like custom forms for them, or they make the game slightly harder by like tweaking the AI and making it so the trainers have like better teams, for example. Like there's nothing like uh majorly game changing that they do.
They're
Like
not like
they
adding
don't
new areas. It's just
no 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 no. It's because it's a lot more difficult to do it on what's it called? Like 3DS
3DS.
games.
Well, because I saw for BDSP, the Luminescent Platinum they did, where they like remade tons of areas.
Oh,
Is that like a one-off
um,
like extreme scenario or?
yeah, because that's not that was made by what's the company called? Ilka, not Game Freak. And bless their hearts, they made it in Unity, which allows people to kind of just take the game and go, I just do whatever they want. Like the Luminescent team are, I think, currently going through the process of putting every single mon in the game because it's just make a game in Unity and people will just modify it immediately. Like I'm pretty sure it got leaked online. BDSP did like a couple of weeks before release, and I think someone made a randomizer mod for it before it even officially released,
Really? I did
which
not hear about that.
it just shows how like I mean it came out as a buggy mess as well. Like it when it first dropped, it was just everything was like a mess in the game.
I remember that big
Um
skip that was found really early for speedrunning. I saw that.
yeah, there was the one in Candace's gym to kind of just skip all like the gym leaders, all gym trainers, and just go straight to the leader herself. Uh, there's probably more I can't think of off the top of my head.
There's
There was
one
the
where you could get through
you
the
could
one guy who blocked off the city from the electric, I think.
yeah. There was also the one where you could just fly it like somehow surfing with the barrel, let you just gain height, and you would slowly just ascend above the skybox to just like encounter Pokemon you should have been able to that early in the game.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
It's how people were able to shiny hunt like certain like legendaries and all that.
Oh, that's neat. So I guess
But
going
yeah, very
back,
silly.
yeah, going back into it. So is there any like really difficult ones that you've beaten or you've gotten really close on that you're like proud of?
So I've beaten Radical Red like in a non-Nuzlocke format, but I'm kind of just doing like the randomizer like hardcore Nuzlocke format now, and it's very difficult because you can kind of like halfway through the game, like pre-Erica, you can see like, oh, this run has potential, or if it doesn't, and if it doesn't, you kind of just go back to the start. Emerald Rogue is like, I think Emerald Rogue is more fun to constantly just like go back and again and try again and try again, because obviously it's like a rogue light. So like you keep some of your stuff, like you can choose the starting Pokemon for each run. Uh, but it's still like up in the air of like what you can actually do, like how far you can push the game, if that makes sense.
I know I get that. Have you attempted any like harder ones? Because I know there's like there's harder ones, right? I think Poke Challenges has done them.
Yeah, like Run and Bun is one of them I know off the
Okay,
top of my
yeah.
head. Um, no, I haven't really tried any of like the harder ones. I don't know if it's like I think Radical Reds like in the like randomizer like hardcore Nuzlocke's probably like the hardest I'll do, mainly for the sake of like once it gets harder than that, it gets to a point where it's like, is it even fun anymore to actually like be doing it, or is it just you're playing it for the sake of like, oh, I've gotta like try and do it like Peach did it because I mean obviously Pokemon's his job, so he's kind of like gonna keep pushing himself, but like, do I get anything out of playing it on this super hard like difficulty setting or not?
Because you just do it for the team building and the thinking, right?
Yeah, like I just have like a lot of fun constantly having to like build teams of new mons, and all that. Whereas in like Run and Bun, for example, if you don't use like what was it, runs are considered dead if you don't get specific Pokemon off the rep. Like you can have to like reset a run if you don't get like I'm pretty sure it's something to do with like one of the starters. If you don't get like a good EV starter, you kind of just reset immediately because like that's how like serious it is, and it's just like that's not really the way I want to play. So no thanks.
No, that's fair. I get you. At some point, you just lose the fun, and it's like you're just forcing yourself to suffer through it. Which I get some people
Yeah.
do like that, but most people just want to have fun with it and then think outside the box and use a cool strategy. Because as before we were doing this, one of your mons got a really good ability you were really hyped about in your current run, didn't it?
That was in a previous one, but I have got like Dragapult, for example, is always like a godsend in whatever run I get, and it always does God's work for me. But like it's just up in the air. Sometimes you get good like mons, sometimes you get bad ones. It's just luck of the draw.
Do you think there's a most overpowered mon you've gotten so far that like just stood out like there's no way you could lose it and then you just lost it?
Yeah, it was my pure power Dragapult, which would literally just one shot everything constantly.
How did
But
you fumble that one?
uh, if I had to try to remember, I think I misread what the AI would do, and I ended up losing it over that. Like I thought they would like use like electroshock into me, but proceeded to just use Dragon Pulse and one shot it.
Okay, that makes sense. It was just a misreading. So a question I have seriously about ROM hacking is you wipe a lot. What makes you want to keep going with it? Because I know, like for example, Wubs has a gen lock, and you've wiped in that thing like 8 times. What makes you go back and do it again?
I guess it's just a difference in Pokemon. Like I know obviously I say that, but then I've been using like almost Charizard in every single run because of my lack of like Kanto. But like I guess it's just like the way EVs and all that work and like the luck of the draw. Like in the Genlock, it's a bit different because obviously you're limited to what you can actually use. Whereas in Radical Red, you literally, if you play it like hardcore, where you don't like pick and choose on the deck snap, you just get given like whatever mons like are presented in front of you. Then it's a lot more up in the air. Of like, oh, I get this mon this run, but is it actually going to be good? I'm not too sure. Like I have had a few runs where certain mons that normally are terrible have like shown that they are like extremely good for me.
No, that makes sense 'cause I was really curious about that as, like, you lose runs all the time, but you never get really too mad about it. Obviously, you'll, like, complain slightly, but then you just go and do it again. It's like, as somebody who has never Nuzlocked before or, like, done hardcore challenges, I feel like I would just lose motivation if I get 3 gens in and then lose and have to go back to Gen 1.
Yeah, I mean, you just say it is what it is and just move on
No, that's
because
fair.
no point being tilted over it when you can just go back and try it again.
Yeah, and you're actually gonna, like, do it you're gonna try to do the gen lock in 1 try, like, no restarting, right? Like others.
Yeah, like some people have mulliganed in the past, but
We
it's
won't say
like it gets
names.
to the point. It just gets to the point where it's like, do I really want to do this or like
Yeah, because I feel like if you wipe once and restart, it's like, at that point, you did it once, what's one more time gonna do? And then that kinda takes the fun out of it.
yeah, like when you get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna reset now. It's like, oh, that run didn't count. Like, is it really worth it just doing that constantly?
Yeah, a good example I have next, which will kinda bridge us into our next topic, is, like, if you're playing Minecraft and then you go in creative and you get yourself some items, it's like, once you do it once, it's like you're
Yeah,
gonna
you
keep
kind of
doing
like,
it and you just lose the fun on that. And as you alluded earlier, the last thing you helped form was our Cobblemon server. So we want to talk a little bit about that. Anybody who's not on the server, this is your pitch to try to get some more people to join it.
I mean, it's was it the third season? I think now.
Yeah, third
First
season.
one, got killed in a backup where it just kind of just self imploded. So it was like, okay, new world. Uh, Second one, it kind of just whittled out, and the only person we were playing was Cosmic, and that man's a grinder. Literally just never stops. And on the third one, I took more like in depth, and I decided to like build like a custom map for the server. Put some new structures on it. It's got like an island format where there's many different islands that you can like choose where you want to live. Like there's a snow island, a jungle island, the cherry one. There's like the three big ones that people have chosen to live in. But then there's also like the mesa, which I think someone is setting up in. Um,
Somebody there?
I have seen like human like remain not remains, but like proof that people are on the island, but I've
Like
not seen anyone
blocks and
there.
crafting tables and stuff like that, you're
Yeah,
saying? Or okay.
yeah. At the moment, it's still a very like enclosed space in the world. Like I think it's 1,000 by 1,000. If I want to say off the top of my head, it might be 2,000.
I think it's 2000.
Um, yeah, something along the lines of that. But like having the enclosed space makes it so like everyone's forced to play like really tight together, which I think works a lot better for people because instead of being forced to like, oh, I've now got to travel really far, you can just stay really close to spawn and everyone's near you, so you can easily reach people. Like Cosmic's making a massive subway so everyone can get to one another, or you can obviously just fly with your Pokemon. But like with the crit mod that we've added this season, it allows for so many different ways of playing. Like I know you, for example, don't play a lot of the Pokemon side. You're more just doing like the crit technical stuff. So like people can just either do the Pokemon team side, like a lot of people are doing on the server, or you can just go straight into the mechanical create side and build massive structures, like Train, for example, like Cosmic is doing.
Yeah, I will say one of our biggest missteps from season 2 was being on the fabric launcher instead of forward because we were completely locked out of create. And I feel like having create last season would have helped us, but also not using it last season made it so this season feels really fresh. So, like for example, another reason season 2 kind of whittled out was we just started adding really dumb mods towards the end of it just because. And I feel like
Yeah,
that made the end game of it worse. Like you added a B dimension, I believe.
the Bumble Zone was peak though. We all love the Bumble Zone.
By then, I was not playing much. I not even like I got burnt out. It was just like I have so many projects on here that it's like I kind of struggle balancing playing games or working because like if I go to want to have fun, I end up just going to work on videos, and then after I spend an hour, I'm like tired, and then I just kind of call it. That's one thing I'm trying to do more is like on this season, trying to play a
Mm.
bit more Cobblemon and like give myself littler projects to do.
Yeah, I feel like going for the massive projects early game is usually never good because then it's a very easy cycle of just like oh burnout.
Yeah, which is one of the biggest things, and like we did lose a lot of people from the last season. So if you are interested in joining, you can join our Discord. It's on my Instagram in our bio, and that's the only spot actually. So it's on the Instagram. I'll probably link it on the Spotify too, and on
Yeah,
YouTube if you're curious. Yeah. Do you want to talk about your base plans or even your team you're building for on Cobblemon?
I mean, since I've decided to punish myself and live in the snow, um, it's made it so I kind of have to like play in this way where like I'm living in the snow. What's my team gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be a snow team. Like if I kind of didn't go for a snow team, it'd be a bit silly.
I went for a fire team.
I don't know, like I've always been like iffy on like fire types. Like there's not like a lot of them. Like a lot of like ones that I like is a better way of saying it. Like some are cool, yeah, but then a lot of the time it's just like oh, like this one's all right, and then like I don't like the rest of them. So it's
So
like
you
difficult.
So you're building a snow team. You want to run us through what your team's going to be? Like any fun gimmicks or quirks you got with it?
I mean, we've obviously got the what was it? We've got like the new what's the data pack called? It's like Khazarian like evolutions, where it's like the custom new evolution forms. Um, so like I've got like a ice and fire Glaceon, which is like stupidly strong. It's like able to just like be a menace on the field. But it's just the game of like, are you able to get it on the field safely? Can you like uh are you able to like use it correctly and so on and so on? Where that's like where the fun really like kicks it. Like, are you able to actually use the mons you get well? Or are you gonna be stuck like struggling with them?
You feel that you are happy with the team you built at the moment, or is there more tweaks you're wanting to do with it?
Uh yeah, I'm pretty like satisfied with the like team I've got, but it's always still up in the air. Like I did try and make Alolan Sand Slash work, but it's just not good. Like it's such just a mediocre mon where like whatever you try just doesn't matter.
So then I guess the last thing we talk about with Cobblemon is your base because you said you are in the snow. Do you have any like fun plans with create or just building you want to try out this season?
I might try and experiment more with the crit marks. I've not really gone like in depth. I've obviously made like the basic things like um I've gotten like big into the part of create where like because with the integrations, like the Carbon integrations, so I'm able to like mess around with the stuff from there. But it's like I'm not gone like too deep into create yet. I'm still pretty much still learning. Like overall, like what I can actually like push with create, how far I can make it go.
Yeah, I will say there is a huge learning curve when it comes to create, like, and especially we have extra add-ons too, which just make it even more in depth. Because like I barely know much about create, and it's like I mean I can do all the main big things, but like there's just so many little mechanics or updates they have that just add tons of stuff. Like one of the newer ones they added was like cardboard boxes that you can like throw across conveyor belts and stuff to move packages and
Hmm.
all kinds of just strange things that you can think of. It just makes it so Minecraft just has so much more in it and also more fun on a multiplayer server. Like the fact that we can build a train and we can just like ride from other people's bases is just a really neat thing.
Yeah, it's like it's very game changing.
Any other words you have on Cobblemon before we move on?
I mean, the mod is extremely like well made, and like the devs have done like a really good job in just making it like extremely just a fun mod to play with.
And balance. There's, like, nothing crazy with it. There's no, like, groundbreaking
Yeah, nothing
aspects it adds.
feels like nothing feels like too busted in the mod, which again is just a very good aspect of it.
Yeah, and, like, for example, we had some busted things in the last season, but that was us adding other mods in that we didn't think about or people abusing, gimmicks on them.
Yeah,
The pastures come to
like
mind when people were farming diamonds and stuff.
yeah, the patches were a bit over the top. They were in strength, way too strong.
They were really strong, and I'm glad I was even tipped off about it originally, or we would have not realized for a little bit.
Yeah, because they were incredibly silly after we realized how strong they are.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, honestly, with Create, there's probably some dupe stuff from some of these add-ons that we don't even know about.
Oh,
That are
probably,
probably
yeah. There's
you gotta think, a few of the people who are on a lot probably have, like, a stash of stuff that we don't know. But, oh well, as long as they're not farming diamonds, I could care less, honestly. Oh, you should talk about mending and what you're doing with that.
oh yeah, yeah. Mending was far too strong, so I've decided to kind of like ban it myself. Where like it's still it's not like fully gone. Like it's still obtainable, but not in like normal ways. If that makes sense. Like the only way to really obtain it now is by like doing like themed events where uh like you've got to like compete. Like it'll be given out as a reward rather than just like, oh, I can now get a villager and now I can trade. So to get mending, and now everything, like nothing ever expires in my like inventory, and it's like that makes it way too like linear. Whereas like if you make mending like sort of like a currency, uh, it creates like scarcity with it. So then people are like up in the air, like what do they want to do with their mending books? Uh, do they want to like go one way or the other? It's like all up in the air with it, which I think makes it like a lot better.
I will say there
I'd
is
like,
still 2 ways to obtain mending, though.
yeah, you can get it from I think like loot, like loot, like not loot boxes, but like
Loot
just
chests and
random like
stuff.
yeah,
Typically strongholds and then also fishing, but it's extremely rare as fishing. It'll take you a long time. So it's not even worth it,
yeah,
honestly. And especially because Minecraft in what, it was like 1.18 or 16 or something, they nerfed fishing, so you can't just AFK fish anymore. And they got rid of all
yeah.
like the really good loot.
So it's even harder to actually get mending from it.
But yeah, that's going to be it for this little not Pokemon, this Cobblemon Minecraft section of it. If you're interested, you can join the Discord and ask around, or just go play Minecraft on your own. It's a fun game to play on the side, especially if you add in Cobblemon stuff or play with other people. And with that, we're going to head to a word from Ibs, and when we get back, we're going to shift focus a little bit.
I am still no tips, but I do have an actual ad for a third time in a row. This is very surprising. In the last podcast episode, we advertised the Pokemon Brackets Discord server, and now we advertise a specific event inside this server. So if you haven't joined, now is the perfect time. Right now, in the Discord server, there is a new event called the Metronome Gyms. This is basically a roguelike version of the Metronome Draft League. If you accept the challenge, you will become a challenger and face multiple gyms with aspiration of becoming the champion. All battles are in the Metronome Double Battle format for a fun mix of luck and strategy. Fight through the gyms, earn coins, and buy powerful items such as Megastones or even extra team slots to improve your run. In these channels, your team is created by spinning a wheel, but do not be afraid, since you are more likely to get decent Pokemons than you are to get very bad ones or very good ones, so therefore wins a good mix. Right now we are in the second cycle of the gym challenges, and I can say from my experience that it is very fun to try to create a mix with the options that you have. Each gym cycle lasts 2 weeks, so you have plenty of time to play, and every 2 weeks you will get a new team by spinning the wheel. If you enjoy PvP's content, you will probably enjoy this challenge, so do not hesitate to join the server and participate in the gym challengers.
So in the next section, something that we touched on with you earlier is you mentioned, I think Charizard or one of them is one of your favorite mons. I wanted to hear more about what your favorite mons are.
Uh, I mean, the top three have like been very like stiff for a while, like what they are. Uh, like first one being Gengar, reason being it's just like he's just a silly creature, and he always like has been one of my favorite ones. So like Gengar's easily like number one. Number two and three, they dance a lot between like which one in like the heat of the moment. Um, if I had to say at the moment, it's probably Lunala above Volcarona, but both of them are like incredibly close. Lunala, I think it's because like I don't know, Pokemon Moon. When I first played it, it was like one of my favorite games. Like I don't know, the music, the like everything about it was just very like cool and just different. And then Volcarona, I mean, it just looks peak. I mean, it's just a giant moth creature. It got to a point where I even commissioned an artist to like draw a piece of like me with all three of like the mons, because like that's how like much I like those three on their own. Uh, for like the other two, like number four, number five, it's always changing. Like it could be like Incineroar because I find him funny. Because I played him in Smash. It could be, I mean, like Rhyperior has shot up now because of the draft league. Uh, he's just like a very funny mon because he gets value when he shouldn't. Um, I could be basic and just pick like Arceus because it's the god of all Pokemon. Like it's just a very cool like story for it. I mean the Rowlet line I like love because again Pokemon Moon is the first start I had in Pokemon Moon. Um, trying to think. There's a Great Tusk as well is one of those ones where it's like such a weird mon, but I just like it. Like it's just a very like special and unique mon, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But yeah, it's like just like silly guys is like the best way to describe mons I like.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's a really nice, light-hearted approach to it. Let me flip the coin. What mons do you hate the most?
Um,
Like top five mons that like you hate enough that you would just remove it from the game. It can be VGC related, design wise, mechanics, stuff like that.
I mean, I don't like Smeargle mainly because having a mon that you can kind of just like say like, oh, this mon can do anything is kind of like not fun because it can just learn any move. Sketch the move is cool, but I don't know. And also, it's just one of those moody mons, and moody is just cringe in my opinion. Like in a VGC standpoint, where you can just start sweeping because you spam double team and then you just like moody boost. It's just not very fun in my opinion. I don't think any other ones. There's not really mons I dislike. I know a lot of people dislike Bruxish because it's ugly, but that's the purpose of it. It's meant to look like an ugly fish. So like it doesn't bother me that much. Bruxish doesn't. Like it's fine in my opinion. Like it's difficult for me to like choose like mons that like I can look at and go like I hate this mon.
It isn't a bad thing. That shows that you don't have too much hate in your heart, besides the hate you have for me. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess we can stay on this favorite, least favorite thing. Let's talk about generations. I know your feelings on Gen 2, so let's start on the flip side about your favorite. Would it be Sun and Moon, or is there a different one?
Um, I think like music wise and just everything about it, Gen 2 is definitely up there. Like just completely as a whole, it's such just like the only downside about it is the fact that it's so slow in the beginning. Like other than that, it's just a very fun region to like go back in and like play through. Like even all the mons they added, I still stand by the fact that I think Generation 7 has the best starter trio of all time because none of them miss. Like you've got was it the Decidueye with like it's cool. Like, the only thing about the Decidueye that's bad is that its speed stat is so low. Other than that, it's peak. Incineroar, I didn't like at the start, but the more I played as him in Smash and the more I used him, he just became very silly, and I just started liking him more. And Primarina just has that like people don't like it because it's too girly, but I mean that's just a very like piss poor reason in my opinion to not like a Pokemon.
I mean, it is based
Uh,
after a mermaid, isn't it?
it's like a Siren, I think it is, but like it's like feminine. If you don't like a Pokemon because it's a little bit more feminine than everything else, it's just a bit childish.
Yeah, I will say during season 2 of the league, I had to use that mon, and I started liking it a lot more from having it in the draft league. There's something really neat about how the draft league has made you appreciate mons that you never thought you would.
Yeah, like ones you never think you'd like start enjoying. You're like, oh, this one's like very cool.
Yeah, almost every one of the veterans in the league who have been there every season, one of their top 5 mons has just appeared out of nowhere from a random draft pick they had in the league. And it's just a really, really neat thing to see how something like this, wherein like can artificially make you just love a Pokemon for no reason.
Yeah, I mean that's where Rhyperia's real love came from. It was just like just a silly creature. Like, damn, this guy's cool as hell.
I know you're hyping him up and stuff.
I mean, bro did God's work and he pushed as far as he could. And he didn't make it all the way to the end, but he did like as best as he could. And I that's all I can ask from that guy.
Yeah. So, let's flip side this before we get too distracted. Gen 2 is your least favorite, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh, it's because I think it's like a bum ass region. I know it was meant to be the end of like it was meant to just be like, oh, this is Pokemon is gonna end after like Gen 2, which is why uh like Kanto's still a part of it. Like it was only meant to be Generation 1, Generation 2 no more. But like I don't know, the level caps like are incredibly low. It's the dex is not as like impressive in comparison to other games. Like you've got a couple of good mons like T-Tar, Heracross, like Scizor. Um, off the top of my head, I can name those ones. But like other than that, you've got just like really bad mons in the decks, and it's kind of just miserable to play for the game. Like, playing for it on the Genlock, it's like oh great, I gotta go through Gen 2 again. Um, where it just feels like it's pretty much like a slog going through it, and like because you're still like level like 60, like you're still like level 40 um at the end of the goddamn game, and it's like really like that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, because you wiped in Gen 2 the most, haven't you? In the Gen lock?
No, not in Gen 2, it'd be Gen 1, I think it is, but
Really?
yeah, it's just Gen 2 just takes I don't know, it's slow but not, if that makes sense. The only time I have enjoyed playing for Gen 2 is when it was on the original games. Like Crystal, that run I did, where I was able to use T-Tar, that was when it was like somewhat fun, but even after that, it's like it's still mediocre at best. Doesn't like really have anything going for it.
Yeah. Is there any parts of Gen 2 that you do appreciate it? Appreciate about it,
The
I should say?
music, but I mean that's just Pokemon. The music's always good in Pokemon. You can't really like mess up the music in the game. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised if they did mess it up.
Yeah, no, there's always great music. I will say, as somebody who never played Gen 2 and doesn't have like any allegiance to it, there's some just like nostalgic feeling about this. I touched on this in the episode of the clubs on the podcast, but there's just something that just feels like calming and welcoming about the graphics. I'm not sure what it is, as I wasn't even born when the games came out, so like I don't have any nostalgia to the time period.
Hmm. It's probably just like the retro like feel of it.
Yeah, because it always just feels so calming. Or like sometimes I used to watch people do challenge runs of it on YouTube as I'd fall asleep, and there's just something nice and simple about it. And then
Hmm.
another part I would say is I like the idea of the way that they have like the time skip and like how stuff happened from Gen 1, so it was like a little
Yeah, that
continuation
is
of
that
it.
is unique for the series. I think well, I mean, they're doing that with ZA now, and they did like the reverse version. They're going to be doing the reverse version for Legends Arceus. Uh, so it's like having like time shifts is good. Like that's why I like Fire Emblem Three Houses having like the time shift. I think most Fire Emblems actually do it, but like it is cool seeing like the future of like, for example, Kanto and what actually changed in the game.
Yeah, then especially seeing like gym leaders changing or the Elite Four or like how it shows like the Pokemon world still goes on after a champion happens, more stuff does, and so it makes you wonder, oh, what happens in Gen 3?
Mm.
So, yeah, I don't have any hatred or anything towards it. Well, I've never played it yet, but I do understand everybody always talking about the level caps on it.
Yeah, the level caps are very low in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. So next thing I want to move on and talk to you with, I didn't have a clean segue into this, but it's hippo time is what I wrote down. I want you to talk to me and speak to me about your hippo.
The hippo propaganda that happened last season, is it?
Yep.
Um, I mean, what was it? The entire team came from the concept from me and Cam discussing like, oh, what could be like a good like overall team to run, and I threw out the idea of using like a sand team. So I started trying it, and I really liked it for some reason. I don't know what it was about it. I think it was the fact that you could just kind of sit in the field and just chip down the opponents constantly. That was one of like my favorite things about it. Um, and then I was looking at all the sand setters. You've obviously got like Tyranitar. I think you've got the Hippo, and then you've got
Gigalith,
there's the Gigalith, and then you've got sort of a
Anaconda.
sand setter being Sandaconda with his sand spit. And Tyranitar is the worst in the Metronome format, mainly because it's typing. Like one flying type move and it kind of just kabooms. Um, you got Gigalith, which Gigalith is a very respectable mon, mainly because it gets the defense boost. But I don't know, sort of what Hippowdon's just pure bulk made me like gravitate more towards it, and it somehow proved to be like, I'm not saying the best, but one of the best mons on my team, just by purely existing. Like I think for the first like few weeks, it would constantly like be on top of like the KO leaderboard and would just sit there. And it was very hard for people to like just eliminate it from the game in a lot of like scenarios.
As you mentioned earlier, there was a lot of propaganda and a lot of hippo gifs posted in the chats from you.
Yeah, big fan of what's that tiny hippo in like the South Asian country? I think it's like Mudang, the baby hippo.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was kind of just posting that a lot. Kind of just getting under people's skin, mainly because whenever I'd win, I'd post it. Which people weren't pleased by, but it was kind of just very fun to just hippo post. And if I do pick up the same team for next season, then hippo posting will probably return, and I will probably be having my permissions revoked for gifts. But the hippo time will not be a long time, but it'll be a good time.
Yeah, another one is the watermelon one. You were a big fan of that too.
The Navarro of Worlds. Mainly because I kept spamming that one because I think for like a week or two he was number one on the KO leaderboard, which is incredibly funny because he was like one like direct KO and like 13 passive KOs from the sand. But it just became an extremely funny thing for me to just constantly spam because people would just get so mad about it.
So I was hoping when we were going through the favorite section, you weren't going to mention hippo, so we could have done this. Where do you think hippo ranks for you on your all-time list?
It's probably like top 15-ish. Like, I mean, it got to a point where I bought like the Three Musketeers of the team, as like the plush forms, being was it Rhyperia, Hippo, and Regirock. I think they're the first three I picked in the draft as well. Um, but like they were like the big three of my team. I think fourth would probably be like Rhydon or Rhyhorn, the middle stage one. But yeah, Hippo's probably like top 15-ish. I want to say like it's just a very funny mon to use because it just shouldn't get value, but it just did. It got so much value. And if I do ever pick up Sand again, I'm probably gonna go for that or Gigalith as my Sand setter because it's just funny to use it.
Team running Gigalith in the current season's doing pretty well too.
Yeah, is it Tyrannius?
No, I don't think Tyrannius picked him up. I can't remember who Tyrannius grabbed. There's 40 teams in this, keep in mind, anybody listening.
Yeah.
So it's kinda hard to keep track of all that. Well, this is gonna segue great into this last big section we have, and it is the draft league. As you're somebody who is a veteran of ours, you have competed in every single main league. You have done well in multiple of them. I just want to hear your story behind it. Like, did you have any draft league experience before going into this? And then we'll talk about some of your teams and stuff like that.
Um, I didn't like have like any like big experience in draft leagues. Like, I never played like any like I wouldn't say like like there was never like any big one I was a part of. I played like small like ones, but never like massive draft leagues like this one where like people are actually like trying extremely hard to win. So it was a big shift, but I think I'm still a big fan of it because it's such like a different way of playing.
Ironic too, because you say people are trying, but you can only control half of it realistically, and
Yeah,
you can't even control the more important half. The move you pull.
yeah. So it's like they're trying as much as they can is the best way in doing it.
Yeah. As somebody who said you never did much draft leagues, this was your idea. What brought this upon you last October to do this?
Um, I guess I was just watching a lot of Joey Porkier, uh, and some other draft league content, and I thought it'd be really fun to like do one. So kind of just suggested it, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, sure, that'd be a good idea." And then it kind of just like spiraled from there, and now we've got this.
Yeah, it is crazy looking at it now because overall for season 3 as we have it across both leagues, there's over 60 teams, which is insane for the amount of different people we have all working on this.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
And it keeps getting bigger too, because originally this league was only going to be like 20, 30. And I said, you know what? I'm like, I'm going to try for 40. And I got tons of applications. I had to do tons of interviews. I got tons of great new people. Everybody's fitting in down there in the B league, and they're all getting their games in really quickly, which is something I'm really
Yeah,
proud of with them.
kind of glad that they're like playing the games fast, and there's no one like making the league take longer than needed. Like everyone's chipping in and playing as like when they can.
Yeah, I mean, it does help that it is the waning moments of the summer. So going into this week and next week, games are probably going to slow down, but also a lot of people are just unemployed, so that does help too.
Yeah,
Like you.
I got a job. Shush.
So I guess we should move into like your actual league placements because you did really good in the first season, and then you kind of fell off a little after that.
Uh, I mean, first season it was kind of just like a wing it season. Didn't really know much of like best like monster use or anything like that. Um,
Prankster moment.
yeah, I mean, still lives with me to this day. But like it was kind of like difficult to fully like set on like what the best thing to do is. But I think at the moment, like obviously as the season's gone, people are like slowly realizing, oh, this is good, this is bad, um, and so on. So you slowly see people like starting to use more like just overall strong teams. But it's still like my season 2 team was still like not good overall. I think I got like a very bad placement there, but like the season 3 team I had was like probably my favorite because it had a set goal, and I think in every game it got like its goal off of just being cringe. So I think like out of all the teams I built, I still do think that team is probably my favorite that I have used, mainly just because like it had a goal and it kind of did that goal every single time it could.
Yeah, well, I'll give context. In season one, Rosser placed fourth, taking down the villain of the league twice in that season. You want to talk about that real quick as a nice gem you have?
I mean, the first time I played him, he didn't have his Dozagiri format, and the second time I played him, his Dozagiri format got banned. So I never got to play the Behemoth Dozagiri, but I think we did do like a mock-up of like what would have happened if I did play the Dozagiri team. I think it was still very close. Um, I think I still did lose, but obviously it's Dozagiri. It's insane. Um,
It was very broken.
yeah. So, but it was like a very close game. But yeah, I mean that team got far. It was mainly because of Skaldej and Sneasler, uh, and Levitate Gengar because funny.
I was about to say funny. They let you do that for 2 seasons before they nipped
It
that
still
one
should
in.
happen. I think Gengar should still have Levitate.
Yeah, no, I tried for you, but they weren't for it, so we called it
Cowards.
that. Yeah. So then in season two, you actually lost in the loser bracket finals to Gobu, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. So and then as you were saying, there was a shift in you from season two to season three because I even remember you on the server after season one, like beginning of season one, you dipped off and you were dead quiet. Like you didn't do much all around here. And then once season three came, you kind of just popped back up out of nowhere, and
Yeah, I
you
guess.
were just around a lot.
Yeah, it was just like I don't know, like during downtimes of season, sometimes I will just vanish, but uh, it does like come and go. Like uh, it's just sometimes like vanish when it dies down a bit, and then return when everything's back at full.
Will say I do think also Cobblemon has kept you a lot more active. For example, before the Cobblemon server, we barely talked, and then there was days we literally would VC and planning new stuff literally every day.
Yeah, I mean, Carbon is just something that like I'm always like trying to update and just keep active.
Yeah, you're always trying to do little events or try to get people on. The big thing we need to do is we do need to promote it more. So maybe we like go to Reddit or like I'll post on Instagram again.
Yeah, that's probably like a good shout.
Yeah, I may do that tonight actually after this. So anyone in the future who saw that post, it was born here. Yeah, and then so basically you came back into the league, you were doing stuff, and then like your team build completely shifted because season one you ran Prankster. It wasn't your team sucked, quote unquote, and you even admitted that season one and two were not the best.
Yeah.
What made that shift for you to go from, in your mind, lackluster teams to a top eight team who barely lost to a really good Papal team in the quarters
It's kind of just realizing that like
or set was it semis
uh
quarters?
I think it was quarters.
Yeah, quarters.
Yeah,
Good.
quarters. But I think it was just like pretty much comes down to this like, do I keep running silly gimmicks or do I want to try and like run a team that could go all the way, uh, while also having fun with going all the way, which I did want to do. So I just tried the sand team and it worked extremely well. So it's kind of just like, right, fuck it, I'll be the Sandman. Uh, and being the Sandman proved to be very good. Uh, and I kind of just kind of just known as the Sand person now on the server. Like, and it probably will stick with me for a while. 'Cause I probably will bring it back for next season as
You
well.
definitely should. It's ironic you're the Sandman, but you're somebody who doesn't sleep much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
will
mean,
say,
why sleep?
yeah, no, your sleep schedule is broken. He'll go to so people who don't know, he's 5 hours ahead of me. And when he goes to bed after I do, it always gets a little concerning to me. Or like I'll go to
It's
bed.
currently 20 to 3 in the morning.
Yeah, like I'll go to bed at midnight and then he's still up texting, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Ross, you need to sleep.
He keeps me up at night, telling me to work on the server.
Yeah. Listen, I gotta get the free labor wherever I can.
Man, you got me
Yeah.
working.
Hey, but to be fair, you're one of the few people who work around here who probably generally enjoys it much more than like the actual work side of it.
Yeah, because I kind of get to like do it, but like my own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's not much like moderation either. It's basically just we got a good little group of people. Nothing crazy gonna happen. Insert Bosif, and then things just work out and goes well.
Yeah, so it's very easy to like kind of just do it whatever way you want.
Yeah, everyone's really friendly. Just the big thing is we just gotta expand so there's more people on and stuff because it can't always just be Augustine and Cosmic on. Shout out them who are always playing and doing some cool stuff on there.
I mean, Awesome's on it every so often, and Tyrannius would be on it more, but he's now a hardworking man.
Yeah, no, he actually got a pretty good job though, so I'm proud of him. So
I still think he's lying about his job.
he gave me a heads up about it months ago, so I was
Didn't tell
prepared
me.
for it. Maybe that's some counseling you guys need to go to.
Chat, he hates me.
All right. So one of the last things I want to move into is you are the man of ideas on here. We kind of joke about in our discussion group that Rosser is the person who throws out 10 ideas. 9 of them are the stupidest thing you ever heard, and then one of them is just really brilliant, and it just like changes the way we think about things on the server.
Yeah.
So, no, generally, you joke about it, but it's dead serious. Like, you'll throw out so many stupid ideas, and everybody's like, Rosser, you shut up. And then that one
Uh,
idea pops out.
it's more like this image is the best way of summing it up. Uh, it's kind of just the way the ideas happen, but
You want to explain it to our visual listeners? That doesn't
um,
make sense.
no, just let Ibs just put the image on screen right now. I think
Image
that's the
put
best way.
is put it on screen and then also explain it to the audio people.
Yeah, I wish if would do this instead of me. Um, it it's on the screen right now for the people watching it on YouTube and for the people listening to the podcast on Spotify. Well, first of all, thank you. Uh, God damn it! You know those like avatars that you can make for of yourself, so you can make like personalized emojis in like multiple poses. It's like one of those, but it's like completely bold and like it's like a very happy but very strange expression, and it's pointing upwards, and it has like a light bulb above his head, like he got an idea, and there's a text that says Eureka, but it doesn't say Eureka, it says urethra. That's the joke, that it says urethra instead of Eureka. I don't know. I don't know what Roger meant by this. I don't know why I am explaining this. I could just not explain this. I could ask Eves to explain it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, enjoy the podcast.
But yeah, pretty much like it's every so often one idea good, the rest not so good. I mean, I'm still fighting for the idea of what's that? What was it? It's like the hyper restricted. Like no, not hyper restricted, hyper unrestricted. Like
Ban?
let everything be
Oh.
legal. Mainly 'cause I feel like that'd be really like the everything legal season where all Pokemon are legal. There's no rules, so you can run like Toxic Debris, you can run Dozogiri, you can run any mon you want. Um, Mainly because it'll just be like hyper, like it'll be the most unique season of all. Um, but also it would be like a mess, which I think would be really funny.
Yeah, no, it would be. It depends on the league size. Because if it's small, then it's not going to do much. But if it's a big league, in that and everything gets stretched, like let's say you do 30 people, by then all the regenerators, all the crazy healing will be so split up that the game would probably be very balanced.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it'd be like a really cool, like even like a mini season of it.
Yeah, but also this I think it'd be cool if we did this as like an all-star if that this was the all-star thing. Like we go through all the seasons, we take the top people, put the top 20, 25 people, and just watch what they can do, like all the best minds.
Yeah, that could be like a very good like shout for it.
It would be really fun. So on the mind of your amazing ideas and your bad ideas, what are some future ideas, other things that you want to do around the server?
As in common wise, or
Oh,
just
Discord wise. My bad.
add more stupid stickers and stupid sound effects.
You need to
Like
boost
for
us some more.
example, I don't know if you heard that one, but yeah, that one. Uh, like other stuff like that, which I find really silly. Because I know a lot of people use like all the other soundboard effects. Uh, and some of the stickers that get used in the server. Like I feel like there just needs to be more like silly stuff within the server. So like then you got the serious side, and you've also just got like the very silly section as well.
Yeah, I love being in a serious business conversation with Rosser, and he throws out one of the audio soundboards in the middle of it.
So it makes it peak though.
Yeah, no, it makes it a lot better. So I guess on the future plans, like it doesn't have to be draft league related or like that. Is there like other little events? Because like first of all, you started the draft league, you started the Discord, you started Cobblemon. What other branches would you love to do for this community?
Roblox. No, taking the piss for that. I don't know. Like I'm still trying to get like a Mario Kart like one going on,
Yeah, we
but
have
it's
talked
just
about this.
difficult because obviously Switch 2s are expensive.
We,
Um,
we might have to run 8, honestly.
yeah, it might get to a point where 8 is just the safer option, but it's like it could be really fun. It's just about just trying to get it to work is the biggest thing. Mainly just because obviously it's up in the air with people that'll actually be able to do it. Uh, and also just it's just extremely difficult because of the time zones, and other stuff. So like for example, like the mention of draft league works better because you've only got to do it with two people. Um, so it's a lot easier to always schedule it. And then after that, it's just like, oh, it's like two people play the game, you submit it, done. Whereas with a lot of other things, you've got to fully schedule it with many different people. Uh, get them like all in the server, get them all to play. Uh, and it sometimes takes ages.
Yeah, because even with the draft league, we have issues with it where people aren't able to play games. I get things happen, or some people just like disappearing off. Insert that papal-sized hole, and
Yeah,
we. And also, one really neat thing about this Discord server is just how many people from around the world. Like generally, like there's no reason that my random Instagram account should have people all over the world in this together.
Jacob Alfarad.
Still need to do something with that because I could just DM him. I do want to eventually try to like shoot a shot or something crazy, but I don't know what.
You should get him to host like the full finals on stream.
I wonder if he would do
Like
that.
like you said like Lunala's made it to like the final stage.
Mhm.
See if you could like get in contact with him to maybe like host it for, like the final stage of like everything.
Oh, so you're saying like the final 64 bracket, have him help me?
Yeah.
That okay? That's actually a really good. I'm gonna write that one down.
My one good idea. Time for 17 shit ones.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh I still think Terrapical should have its terrestrial form as a Mega Evolution.
And we're back. But yeah, no, I think it's generally a really good idea because he did his own of what was it, 64 or 128 when he did his on stream.
It was probably 64 because they sometimes take a while.
No, they take a really long time. Like even by myself going through a region, like for example, the Strange Belt region, which is going on right now, Rosser. I did it in 2 takes, and I spent like 2 hours each time just recording the videos. That's not even like the editing time on them. It's just the making the videos and then dropping the shared link into a channel. and that took literally 4 hours for, like, 60 games. And obviously, like, I'm gonna be watching the games
Yeah,
because
like, I mean, sometimes the games can be instant, like, what was it?
the
I think it was
Dialga game
Dialga.
in
Yeah, Dialga
Ferrothorn,
versus
that
Ferrothorn,
was an
which is just,
amazing game.
I don't know why Instagram decided, this really needs to be sped up, but,
Yeah, this one needs to be quicker.
like, very dumb.
Yeah, no, funny enough, that is the second finals game to have a turn 1 kill. You probably remember the first one, do you remember Chestnut?
No,
Chestnut versus, the floating pink thing from Gen 5.
there's multiple floating pink
The
things. Do you
the
mean
the
Mana?
final the final evolution of it. For Mush or something?
Mushana.
Yeah, no, Chestnut, guillotined Luciana turn 1 in the finals, like, right when the page started. And then that, fire whatever it was from Dialga was the second time we had that in the finals. And it was really weird because the first 3 games of the finals for the last region was in 6 turns. I've never
Oh,
seen I've never seen something like that where it's happened.
Wobbs, what the fuck?
Wubs,
You bet.
we're recording something.
Wobbs.
Wubs,
Shut your fucking mouth!
we're in the middle of a podcast, Wubs.
Yeah, it sucks.
Server moved his ass.
Continue. I'm not talking.
Server moved his ass.
Oh, he just muted himself. Okay. He just wants to listen. That's fine. So yeah, it was really weird seeing how the first 3 games of the final, I think it was of the Lear Ball region, was in 6 turns. How each game was like an instant blowout.
Incredibly funny.
It's incredibly funny, and like the really cool thing about those one-turn moves, or one-turn, one-game moves, is the views on those jump up. I mean, obviously they're artificial because when it's 4 seconds, like that Dialga one, they're gonna watch it 7 times. That's how long it'll take for you to comment on it. So it artificially like will pump them up, but I mean it still looks good from the outside. Because I just was earlier writing down my most popular videos, and top 5, 3 of them are turn 1 kills. Like my top video has just over 280,000 views, and it was um Crocodile and Satitan when it fissured on turn 1. It's just
It's kind of crazy. It's really funny when a one-shot move just appears and just.
Yeah, no, it completely changes the tide. I mean, the one issue is that Instagram snitches at the bottom. That's one thing I wish they didn't do sometimes, where you could at least hide that little bar. Because when it's not there, you're like, oh, this is gonna end quick, or you're like, wait, how does this game end in 1 turn? You're like, oh, it explodes. It kind of takes that slight magic away from it.
Now then, it's really funny when it just when the 30% Oko move actually lands, then it's just peak.
Yeah, did you watch the Magneton Furret game from a few weeks
Oh,
ago?
I did see that one. Didn't it take like ages?
Yeah, no, it was probably one of my favorite endings. What happened was the Magneton was completely buffed up. It switched all of its stats and its lowered accuracy to the other side and then sheer colded. I know the accuracy didn't matter, but it was just so funny the way that it flipped all of its stats and then hit it with an Oko move and killed it.
Yeah, no, I find it really funny when shit like that happens.
I mean, the crazy thing is, because I'm at the point now where I've recorded and watched over 2,000 metronome battles, realistically, and there's still things that surprise me. I was talking about this when me and Bo recorded our podcast earlier. It's just strange how like I can see interactions that have never happened before still this far into it.
Yeah, like, I mean, even in like the battles, like I think, like me versus Pink, like had like the most useful Wonder Room of all time.
Yeah, like that never matters, but in that one case, in one scenario, it helped you win that.
Yeah, like, and it's still just insane to like, oh, Wonder Room was the reason I won.
It's really funny to think of. I'm trying to think of some more off the top of my head, but they're just so random that I can't really get to
Yeah,
them.
it's like once in a blue moon that it'll happen.
Yeah, no, that's the thing though. That's the problem. But also the algorithm knows every time I have a good battle, it blows up. Realistically, there's only like a handful of really good battles. I'm like, oh dang, no one saw this one. typically those are all my highest viewed ones are those crazy ones. Like, do you remember Embor Scyther?
Not off the top of my head, no.
That was the video that like blew me up when I was like sitting at very small subs. I think Wubs was around at that time because Wubs was probably one of the earliest joiners to the league or like to the Instagram thing because he was there like week 2 of it. So he's been along for the ride the whole time. It was a pair song that was set up by like the Scyther, and then the Ember was gonna die, and then it pulled out a kill at the end, and it went off. I remember that video got 100,000 views, and that's like when I was gaining hundreds of followers a day, and it was such a cool like moment to experience. There's like little things like that, and I remember I put some really cool. I put some like random Mario music in it, and now I always use that Mario music for all my best battles.
Oh, it's the one from the RPG games, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one from RPG games. It's like I
Like
don't remember
Shadow
the
Bowser, I think.
something like it's really cool. I really love the sound of it. So now I kind of do that on purpose. Like if a mon kills itself, I play the Lavender Town theme. It's like little tiny things like that. So if you've been around, you know what's gonna happen. I think the last thing I have for you is do you have any you kind of touched on this when we were in the future plan part, but it was like any server events that you really want to do or that you think we should
All the men of age get naked and have an oil up twerk off competition.
plan? It's just cut it.
Hmm.
this
Uh,
this went normal for like an hour too. I'm actually impressed.
I think sometimes. No, I don't know. Like many events where, like, for example, like I suggested the idea of that game. What was it like?
Peak?
Peak?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. Where like you play like those one-off games, like another one, like Lethal Company. Where, like you get like a bunch of people on, just play it and just have like a piss about. Would just be funny. Where like you don't have to take it seriously. You can kind of just like have a laugh, have a giggle while playing it.
I gotta real quickly jump back because Wubs corrected us. It was Bowser's Inside Story. The final is that it was that one,
Oh,
I
it's not
believe.
Shadow Bowser. It's is it Dark? No, yeah. No, is it not Dark Bowser?
Dark Star Bowser is what
Yeah, I was
I'm
close
saying.
enough.
Yeah, no, I'll give that one to you. I'll give that one to you. Thank you, Wubsington, on that.
I'd like to be inside Bowser. What?
But yeah, I definitely think we should plan little events and stuff like that.
Yeah,
If
but when
you
you ping at everyone gets mad. You should make a role that has like game night as like
Oh, I
that people
like
can
that.
like opt in.
Wubs, write that
Wubs,
one
make a
down.
role.
Wubs, do that.
Fuck you, Wubs.
I definitely also think a thing is the server's big, but relatively it's still pretty small. We're sitting at like 100 and something people. I don't know the exact number
Yeah,
off the top of my
like
head.
I mean, a good example of like when shit gets popular is the Goofy versus the homophone debate where I asked Wubs to at everyone and he proceeded to do it, forgetting that I also have permission to at everyone. And everyone got mad, but then we were discussing which phone had more aura for like a solid like 4 hour conversation.
I know I really like those because it's every once in a blue moon we get everybody together like that, and we all have great chats. Random people you never hear about. I feel like what we should do is we should look. I should have Wubs look back to that conversation and like put everybody who talked into a role, so we can like have a pingable role that everybody just like chats with. So then we
Just
don't.
have one where like Wubs' minions, where he could just
Yeah, no, definitely. We should definitely look into that. And also, I feel like I should advertise the server a little bit more on Instagram because you got to think every single round of the draft league, we get tons of great new people that we would never known about. Like Redact, like we wouldn't have found him if I didn't do the season 3B um oh,
the
I can't
mini
think.
league.
Yeah, no, the main I'm trying to think what's the word form where I was like interviewing people and all that stuff. Like I've got found tons of cool people through that would have never been around the Discord if, they didn't randomly respond to that post on a random Tuesday night. So I feel like definitely advertising is a good route for us to go.
Yeah, like advertising is always like make shit like go through the roof.
Yeah, because some people still naturally join, but it's a lot rarer now. And I also feel like there needs to be more like stuff to do around here. Because right now it's the problem is this Discord is like 70-80% draft league, and then the rest is Cobblemon, and then just the random people like Ash who are just like on the server.
Logos.
Yeah, and they
Uh,
don't do
anyway,
much
can I
more.
intervene for like 2 seconds?
Go
2
ahead.
seconds.
Go ahead, Wubs.
Um, so when my friend and I had a YouTube account like several years ago, I have that all muted. I know that you're doing that. Whatever. Um, anyway, we had a YouTube channel and we didn't know how to promote it, so we just said fuck it and we both made Reddit accounts, and then we ended up
Oh,
with 3 videos with 800,000 views. So Reddit is cringe, but if you're just advertising shit and like half the people hate it, but then the other half join, it works.
I mean, what was it? Cosmic promoted his build in the last comment server on Reddit, and everyone's like, actually you will edit this in, and he had to like debate people on it because they're like, no, you cheated, and he's like, motherfucker, I didn't.
Cosmic's just a dum dum.
No, it's
Anyway,
not
I'm gonna
Cosmic.
vanish into the shadows.
That's not even Cosmic. That's just what Reddit does.
Thank you, Wubsington, for that. But I definitely think Reddit is another great place to advertise. That might be a
Yeah,
Wubs
Reddit and Great Place shouldn't be in the same
great place
sentence.
to advertise. I don't go there, so
4chan time.
Uh-oh.
we'll send Wubs to all the websites and have him get our name out there.
Oh
But
no.
whatever he can do to get us some views. So I guess to end this, do you got any final thoughts or any little things you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I mean, the more the merrier for the common server. Like, uh, any new people is just peak for the server. Like, literally anyone can join. Your PC doesn't need to be good. It can be a literal potato and it'll run well.
Yeah, like mine struggles a lot, and mine still typically works. Well, I was about to make a comment about his crappy PC. Let's give him a moment. He's typing. Yep, I knew it. No comment out of him. I just called him for it.
What was the coward? Just build a new PC. It's not too hard.
Well,
I'm making money. I'm not buying.
You should tell the story about your PC like exploding on that video.
Oh, I was that wasn't even just like exploding. That was just like normal laptop things. But I recorded me fighting Iris for just the entire White 2 Elite 4. So people didn't accuse me of cheating like copy. And like the entire time, since it was the input audio was just like from my laptop and not like a headset, you could just hear my laptop going the entire time. It was so loud.
And it got even louder too when it started struggling. It was a great video to watch.
Oh yeah, well, the Iris fight, the background is like a lot is going on, and that's when it got really loud.
Yo, it's fucking peak though. You love just not hearing the game.
I mean, I usually play with the sound off anyway.
Damn, you don't like hearing the yawn sound?
I like the Gen 3 one. That goes hard.
No, the one they made the Slack off. Fucking
That's like Gen 6, right?
I think it was Gen 6 yawn, and then when they removed yawn in I think Gen 8, they didn't remove yawn, but they moved the yawn sound. They give yawn a new sound, and they put the old yawn sound on the Slack off.
Oh, that goes hard. I don't need to glaze Gen 3 even more, but like all of like the sounds of the moves in that game are so good.
It was put the gif of like the dog walking away from like the hand.
But like Ice Beam goes woo, 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 woo. It's awesome.
It was put the text that Wobbs when he mentions Gen 3.
Aurora Beam goes woo, 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 woo,
No, no. Ice Beam is better.
I gave
Well,
Love
it's
the whole
better, but
podcast to talk about Gen 3.
yeah, but now I get to intervene on somebody else's by accident. Um, I don't know. I haven't been kicked yet, so I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, we're about to end this. Rosser, final shout out, anything before we cut this off?
Shout out to Marvel Ride.
Oh man.
Ibs,
Oh
I
jeez.
just need you to cut that one. Don't even.
Oh jeez.
I Roblox.
That one's better at least.
Wubs, you say that,
Oh.
but you literally played Roblox, fucking natural disasters while me and harassed women.
Okay,
So,
that was like 2 weeks ago before they started defending pedophiles. I don't know.
good point. I played the game before they defended pedo.
You're so right.
Now we play Fortnite brain rock game.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. We'll see you guys
Wait,
next
give me like
week.
2 seconds. Give me like 2 seconds. Wait. Don't
Okay,
stop it.
go
Don't stop
go
it. Don't
ahead.
stop it. Don't
Go
stop it.
ahead.
Don't stop it.
You're good, Wubs.
Wait, I gotta wait for this person in front of me to. I gotta wait for this person in front of me to move.
Is this guy
Fucking move! Oh my God,
Driving.
fucking move! Yeah, but like this is important.
driving in my car?
This person in front of me is actually like 2 seconds. Ibs can cut all this like this dead noise out for the next
Okay.
couple seconds.
Yeah, I love giving Ib things to do. You're fine with that.
Ibs, rotate the video like 180 degrees.
You mean the video of PB's logo?
Yep, rotate PB's logo upside down at the end of the video.
Oh, flip it 360 degrees for me.
Ibs, invert the colors. So
Oh my fucking this fat fuck in front of me. Fucking move. Oh, never mind. Oh, they started moving and stopped.
Every time Wubs said the word fuck, add a Vine boom sound effect.
I only said it like 3 or 4 times.
No, I know exactly.
I'm actually gonna cry right now. Oh my god.
It's so important, Wubs. We're waiting on.
I promise you, like this, whatever I'm gonna do is gonna take like a 16th of the time of the person in front of me.
He's going through a fucking drive-through.
You're about to order
No,
something.
you don't know that. You don't know that.
Where are you going through, Wubs?
Don't worry about it.
He's going through like McDonald's or something like that.
No, ew.
Or like Wendy.
You should tell
Absolutely not.
Did you tell Rosser about your Chipotle thing?
A Chipotle thing.
Oh, when you were eating Chipotle by yourself.
Oh yeah, and this large, beautiful black woman came up to me and she goes, "Damn, that's a lot of food." I was like, thank you, ma'am. You're so right. Oh, thank God. Fucking move. Okay, fine, boom. I'm going to kill this. I'm going to kill this woman. I swear to God. She keeps like inching forward and like teasing me. Thank fuck. Okay, fine, boom. Yeah, can I have a chicken quesadilla tray with fries and cheese bites? Yeah. Can I do a cheesecake shake?
Oh, that's so American.
A
Fucking
cheesecake shake?
Cheesecake shake. What the fuck is
That'll
that?
be it.
You sure?
Thank you.
How much calories is in that?
Not even that many.
No, I don't believe
Which
you.
was it?
Wait.
It's like $9.
No, that's not how much fucking calories are in it.
No, I'm not. I'd have to check the calorie count real quick.
Yeah, no. What food place you at?
I'm at cookout.
Huh?
I'm at cookout, and this is justified because I haven't eaten since like yesterday at 6. So I'm.
Starving himself, or
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
afford some. I can afford some calories right now.
Yo, why the fuck is Cookout banned? I'd be blocked from looking at Cookout's website.
Because they don't want Europeans snooping around and making snarky comments.
Yeah, because you probably eat like heart attack, fucking milkshake.
No. I'm sorry that sugar is outlawed in your country and you can't enjoy it.
No, you have fucking diabetic drink.
Oh, I 100% agree. No, I will die if I eat this often, but I don't, so that's good.
You lied to me.
fancy milkshakes are 510 to 900 calories.
Motherfucker, that's
That's
half
not
your
even-
fucking calorie intake.
Not Wubs. Wubs probably gets more than that.
Yeah, you fat pig.
Well, yeah, I got a whole ass tray. Where's
Yeah,
even more?
Yeah, me, piggy.
Yeah, cheesecake's on
I
here,
will.
so I'm assuming that's probably one of the higher ones.
It probably is. But that's only if they have like the chunks in it, and they usually don't.
He's an expert.
Fucking minimum wage worker.
The
I do
cheese
love
bites are
tormenting
$3.80.
the shakes are.
No, the cheese bites.
Damn,
Wait, what kind of fry did you get?
just regular fries.
Oh, okay, but see, the large is 700, but that one's only 350.
I honestly, oh, you're probably looking at like an entire like order of it. The tray is like 10 fries and like 4 cheese bites.
4 cheese bites?
Yeah, the cheese bite order is like 15.
It's
It's
still
probably
probably more
So like
calories than you
all in
need for the
all, this is
day.
probably like 1,000 calories total.
You probably have
It's
more calories there than I've ate today.
Probably. I've eaten 0 calories today. That's actually not entirely true. I had a Fresca have calories? Nope, never mind.
What is
Fresca's not have
that?
calories.
It's
It's like
randomly add
lemon
one
lime
frame
soda,
of Fat Bowser
sparkling.
halfway through this podcast.
Good gif. If it's called GIF, why isn't it called Jod? Okay.
Get a job this instant.
I went quiet on that one.
He's scared of job.
Say that word to him.
Thank you. You too.
Job. Job.
I do like the technicality of I do still technically have a job. I just don't go to it.
Off work.
And going to work tomorrow, you won't.
If I walk in and my excuse that I've been gone for so long is, hey, mental health thing, Darden will be like, oh, word. Welcome back.
You're just gonna wait and milk it out as long as you can.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people even take medicine. Because like the medicine goes in my body and then the girlfriends disappear. So
That's what the point of the mask is.
that's what the mask is.
Ibs, overlay that.
It was decrease every like minute this continues to go on, decrease TV's volume by 1%.
Am I allowed to use slurs if it's a quote?
No.
Dang.
Well,
Well-
like to watch
then I guess I won't quote it.
Kirby Air Riders Direct soon. Wowee.
Yeah, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Oh my god. I have so many
You are.
hours in the GameCube one.
What do you mean? Are you not excited for the character list of Kirby, Blue Kirby, Yellow Kirby, Green Kirby,
I want you to shut your fucking
Orange.
mouth because you get all of the Kirby's and Meta Knight and DDD.
Orange Kirby,
And then all of the
Pink
colors
Kirby.
of Meta Knight.
Green Kirby? No Waddle Dee.
I don't think anybody fucks with yellow Kirby like I do.
Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku-chan! You've never been bullied in high school for having a Nightcore song on your playlist? Have you really lived?
I think you just got bullied, Wubs.
Yeah.
Well, no. The thing is that I was pretty friggin' cool in middle school, and I would hide my enjoyment of like video games and stuff because that wasn't cool in 2011, 2012. And then somebody comes over to your house and goes to like your YouTube and they see a liked video with Hatsune Miku in it. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Then you guys say you're like
Mind blown.
your little
You
brother
just
did that or
respond,
something.
blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I used the brother excuse or like the family friends kid one on my computer, shit like that. All the
Did it
time.
work?
Notorious liar in middle school. I will not.
Some habits
I will
don't
not
die.
play that down. No, I've. If anything, I am the most honest I've ever been in my life, ever since I've been in this server.
No, that is true.
People just can't handle the truth sometimes.
Ibs, put on screen all the questionable things Wubs has said.
Bliss.
It was Photoshop website every single slur in the dictionary.
Oh no, that's not necessary. I can do it right now.
Wanker.
I have them on deck.
Do you have like a top 3 Wubs that are like your go-to?
I don't have any go-tos because I'm not a terrible person.
How about you, Rosser? You talk about saying them a lot.
Wanker.
Hey. Bro's talking about Winkies.
Okay, we should probably end this, Wubs. You said we had to wait on you.
Oh
He's
yeah,
eating
I did my
he's
thing.
Like, he's eating like his mid slot. The piggy needs a slop.
Okay.
I'll have you know, I never finish a cookout tray.
I refuse to believe that.
Send
I will
us the
show you.
photo of what all the food looks like.
I will.
Mukbang. Actually, Wub's gonna turn his camera on. We're gonna watch him eat.
Shoveling the slop into my mouth.
As he's driving down the road, just
Eat up, piggy.
Let me see if they gave me normal amount or like.
and then he acts all surprised when he got extra.
I have 5 cheese bites, so that's probably around average. They're very small. I can't really count the fries, but it's like 15 to like 15 to 20-ish. And then a quesadilla.
And your 900-calorie milkshake.
There is absolutely no way this thing is 900 calories, and if it is, then whatever. I
It's
guess that's just my
cheesecake. It's
calorie.
cheesecake. It's gonna be the highest on there.
Yeah, it's not like I'm eating a piece of cheesecake. I don't like plop an entire fucking cheesecake in there. It's just like going to the store and buying like flavored ice cream.
What flavor?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. I don't-
What?
Okay, Rosser, end this podcast off. I don't know what Ibs is meant to do with this footage.
No, he's putting all of this in, except for the part where, the slur stuff.
Yeah, all
It-
those all those slurs Wub said, we're cutting those out.
Ibs,
All those slurs are Robertson, not me.
No. Ibs, you should put the ending of like popular MMOs is YouTube like end like video. Like the fucking yeah, that one.
Isn't that guy a pedophile? He did
No,
something.
No,
you gotta
he was
arrest
just
for,
doing
like,
drugs and stuff.
yeah, he's doing drugs and drinking in the public, and he kept running away from the police, and he was like, I'm a YouTuber.
And then they were making fun of
Oh.
him and stuff.
I've got a golden ticket.
Okay, Rosser, end this. Let's cut this off.
Sonic Adventure 2 is peak. Goodbye, everyone.